Red Assassin, the Crimson Warrior by Red Assassin.
The crimson dust swirled around Red Assassin's boots as she crouched on the rooftop, her gaze sweeping over the bustling crimson city below. Her crimson cloak billowed in the wind, a sharp contrast to the fiery hues of the buildings and the blood-red sky. The oppressive heat of the city clung to her skin, but she barely noticed it. Her focus remained unwavering, locked on her target, a hulking figure clad in emerald armor, the notorious crime lord Veridian, preparing to unleash his latest scheme.
Thought you were a boy.
And you need to learn some manners. I'm Red Assassin, and I'm here to stop you.
She didn't bother explaining her gender identity. It was a constant battle against those who couldn't fathom a woman wielding a sword, protecting the innocent. It was frustrating, but she'd learned to ignore their judgment. With a silent prayer to the almighty god Crimson, Red Assassin launched her assault. She moved with the grace of a crane, her movements a blur of crimson against emerald. Each strike was precise, a symphony of death. Her training, honed in extraterrestrial intelligence, intergalactic security, cosmic diplomacy, diverse alien languages, military combat, and the ancient crimson arts of swordsmanship flowed through her veins like liquid fire.
Your reign of terror ends here.
She hissed, her red eyes blazing with righteous fury. Veridian, defeated and humiliated, was taken into custody by the Crimson Guard. The city, draped in crimson, erupted in cheers. Red Assassin, a beacon of hope in a world painted crimson, stood tall and proud. Her crimson cloak billowed in the wind. My name is Red Assassin. It's not some grand, dramatic title. It's born from the very essence of the city itself. Crimson city, crimson sky, crimson blood, it's all the same. My crimson-hued cloak, a second skin, woven with the finest threads, has become my signature.
Red Assassin, right? You saved my sister from that rogue gang last week. You're amazing. Yeah, Red Assassin, you're the best. And you're so cool with your swords and your moves.
She was the city's shadow, a whisper in the wind. They saw her as an angel of vengeance, a warrior of the night. They didn't know the blood that stained her hands, the lives she had taken, the darkness she carried within, and she was tired of their ignorance, tired of their assumptions.
Hey, Red Assassin, I'm a girl on Tuesdays too.
A voice bellowed from the dark. She whipped around, her senses on high alert. A man who was fat and unimportant stood there, his smirk mocking, just for her attention. How pathetic.
Red Assassin, the legend. A girl that's so much for the mystery.
She lunged in a blur, her magical crimson sword glowing in the light like a red dwarf star. The fat man was fast, dodging her attack with a fluid grace. He riposted, his blade a glint of emerald against her crimson blade. They clashed steel against steel, a dance of death in the heart of the Crimson City.
You're good, but you're not quite the legend they say you are.
I'm not here to prove anything to you. You're a waste of my time.
You're a girl, Red Assassin. You're just another pretty face. You can't be the legend. Not while you're still so naive.
Her blood turned to ice.
I am a girl, yes, but I'm also a fighter, a protector, a beacon of hope in a world drenched in crimson. And I won't allow you to diminish my strength, my purpose, my very being.
She unleashed a flurry of attacks, a whirlwind of blades and fists, each strike fueled by the anger burning within her. The man staggered, his smirk replaced by a look of fear. He was good and skilled, but Red Assassin was better, and she wouldn't be silenced by a man. Not ever.
You're right, I'm not like you.
She moved like lightning, the grace of a dancer, the strength of a storm. Her katana sang, slicing through the air, finding its mark. The man fell to the ground on his ass, stunned, his eyes wide with surprise and shock at what she just accomplished, what she just had done. She then secured him and headed over to the Crimson Guard to transfer custody.
Hey, Red Assassin, I'm a girl on Tuesdays too. A swaggering, lanky figure drawled, a sneer twisting his lips. His name was Kaito, nicknamed Red Viper. He was a member of the Crimson Guard, the city's elite force, and a self-proclaimed ladies' man whose reputation preceded him.
Hey, you shut your crimson mouth.
She snapped, her voice a sharp, chilling blade. The Crimson Guard was supposed to uphold order, but Kaito, like many others, was more concerned with upholding his ego. He lived for the thrill of the hunt, the chase, the victory. She saw her methods as a way of dispensing justice. He saw them as a threat to his power.
Who are you trying to intimidate, little bird? You're just a tiny assassin, a joke. You won't last long with all those big bad boys out there.
She knew he was baiting her. He was trying to get a reaction to see her lose her cool, but she wouldn't give him the satisfaction. She kept her gaze steady, her stance low and ready.
I'm not a bird, Kaito. I'm a phoenix, born of pain, and I'm not afraid of a little smoke.
Kaito's arrogance faltered for a moment, a flicker of doubt in his eyes. He was used to women bowing to his charm, and to men kowtowing to his authority. But there was something about my unwavering gaze, the icy resolve in her eyes, that unsettled him.
You think you're so tough? Let's see you handle this, he snarled. A battle in this land.
She drew her blade, a magical glowing red katana, her signature weapon. The air crackled with anticipation, the tension palpable. The Crimson City held its breath, waiting for the sparks to fly. They danced, a deadly waltz of steel and fury. Kaito was fast and ferocious. His strikes were lightning quick, his blade a blur of vicious purpose. But Red Assassin was faster, more fluid in her movements, a seamless blend of grace yet deadly. Her blade shimmered like a streak of light, cutting through the air, deadly and precise. He underestimated her, just like everyone. He thought he could win, thought he could subdue her with brute force, but he didn't win. He didn't realize that she was a whirlwind of fury, a storm. He didn't see the fire in her heart, the unwavering resolve in her eyes. She spun a blur of red and black, her blade a deadly counterpoint to his attack. Metal met metal, a symphony of clashing steel. He staggered back, a cut on his arm, a surprised gasp escaping his lips, his confidence about to peel. He was stunned, momentarily shaken. This girl, this Red Assassin, was not a helpless damsel. He was clearly mistaken. She was a force not to be reckoned with, a predator in the night to be feared.
You're just lucky.
Luck has nothing to do with it. Skill, discipline, and a whole lot of anger are the things that get me through the night.
She moved in for the final blow, her blade a flash of deadly attack. But just as she was about to strike, a shadow fell between them. A voice powerful and bold broke the tension of the attack. Enough! Queen Cecilia, the Crimson Queen herself, the ruler of the Crimson City and descendant of the almighty Crimson God. Her presence strikes fear in everyone. It demands respect and authority in all. No one dares to defy her, since she was both a queen and a demigoddess after all. She stood between Kaito and Red Assassin, a silent impose.
This is not the way, Red Assassin. You are a valuable asset to the city, but the Crimson Guard is not a force to be trifled with.
She lowered her blade, her anger simmering within. She knew the queen was right, but she also knew that Kaito had a long way to go before understanding what it truly meant to be a protector of the Crimson City.
Your actions have been reckless, Kaito. You are to report to the training grounds for an immediate review of your actions and skills. And remember, the Crimson Guard serves the people, not their egos.
A flicker of fear crossed Kaito's face, but he knew he had no choice but to obey. He bowed, his arrogance replaced by a hint of humility.
Red Assassin, you have proven your worth. Continue your good work, but remember, there is a delicate balance to be maintained. A balance between justice and order, between protection and control.
Red Assassin met her gaze, a flicker of understanding passing between them. She knew her and understood her, and for that, she was so grateful. Queen Cecilia was her idol and role model. She was a strong, independent, and a badass woman. She wanted to be just like her.
I will, my queen.
The Crimson Queen nodded, then turned and flew away, her shadow receding into the fiery glow of the Crimson City. As she watched her go, she felt a strange sense of peace, a quiet satisfaction. She was a girl, a warrior, a protector, a beacon of hope. She was Red Assassin, the guardian of the Crimson City, and she wouldn't let anyone tell her otherwise. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever.